Hello everyone, welcome to Akriti, Art of Mathematics, Simple Mathematics classes. I am Sudhir MK. In this class, I am going to discuss about real numbers. And this is real numbers class 1. In this class, I am going to explain about Euclid's division lemma. We studied number system. We know that natural numbers denoted by n and it contains the number 1, 2, 3, etc. Then it is whole numbers denoted by W and it is numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Now here we have 0, natural numbers start from 1 but whole numbers start from 0. Here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So next it is integers denoted by Z or I and it contains positive number, negative number and 0. So we can write it is 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, etc. Next it is rational numbers. So numbers which can be written in the form P by Q are called rational numbers. Now here P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. And rational numbers are denoted by Q. So rational numbers denoted by Q. So next it is irrational numbers. A number is called irrational if it cannot be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0 and it is denoted by Q dash. The numbers which cannot be written in the form of P by Q, it is called as irrational numbers and it is denoted by Q dash. Next we have real numbers, that is rational numbers and irrational numbers together. It is called as real numbers and it is denoted by R. So next it is prime numbers and composite numbers. Natural numbers greater than 1 which are divisible by 1 and itself are called prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are prime numbers. Now here 2 is the only even prime number. Now here we have only one even prime number, that is 2 is the only even prime number. So other numbers are composite numbers. Numbers which have divisors other than 1 and itself, they are called composite numbers. Here 4, 6, 8, 9, all these are composite numbers. In prime numbers and composite numbers, we consider only positive numbers. So 0 and 1 are neither prime nor composite numbers. So in this chapter, we study some properties of real numbers. Now we consider 19. 19 can be written as 5 into 3 plus 4. 5 3 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. So that is when we divide 19 by 5, we get 3 quotient. That is 5 3 is 15 and remainder is 4. 19 minus 15 is 4. Now here remainder is 4. Quotient is 3. When we divide 19 by 5, we get quotient 3 and remainder 4. So here 5 is divisor. Here we are dividing 19 by 5. So therefore 5 is divisor and 19 is dividend. Here 19 is the dividend and 3 is quotient and R is the remainder. And we denote 19 equal to A. That is we denote dividend by A. And 5 equal to B. That is we denote divisor by B. And 3 equal to Q. That is we denote quotient by Q. And 4 equal to R. That is remainder is R. And we write A equal to BQ plus R. So here 19 equal to 5 into 3 plus 4. So therefore we can write A equal to BQ plus R. When we divide, remainder R is always greater than or equal to 0 and less than the divisor. So therefore we can write R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. Now here remainder is always less than the divisor and it should be more than or equal to 0. It may be 0 or it should be more than 0. It is not negative number. If A equal to 81 and B equal to 3, then we can write 81 equal to 3 into 27 plus 0. Now here, when we divide 81 by 3, we get 27 quotient and remainder is 0. Therefore here Q equal to 27 and R equal to 0. So quotient is 27 and remainder is 0. Using this relation, we state Euclid's division lemma as follows. For given positive integer A and B, there exist unique whole numbers Q and R satisfying the relation A equal to BQ plus R, where R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. For given numbers A and B, we can find unique numbers Q and R which satisfies this relation, that is A equal to BQ plus R. We take one example, that is 23 can be written as 4 into 5 plus 3. Using division lemma, we can find HCF of given two positive integers C and D with C greater than D using following step. Suppose two numbers are given C and D with C greater than D, we can find HCF of C and D using following steps. Step 1. Apply Euclid's division lemma to C and D to find Q and R such that C equal to DQ plus R, where R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than D. First we apply Euclid's division lemma to C and D. Find quotient and remainder. If R equal to 0, that is if remainder is 0, then HCF of C and D is D. So suppose remainder is 0, then HCF of C and D is D only. If R is not equal to 0, then again apply Euclid's lemma to D and R. Again you have to apply Euclid's lemma if R is not equal to 0 to D and R. Here continue this process till the remainder is 0. So we have to continue this process till remainder is 0. The divisor at this stage will be the required HCF. That is last non-zero remainder will be the required HCF. Or it is when remainder is 0 at this stage, which is the divisor, that is the HCF of given numbers. Now we solve some problems. It is from exercise 1. First one, using Euclid's division lemma, find HCF of 135 and 225. Now here 225 is more than 135. Apply division lemma to 225 and 135. So now we can divide like this. So divide 225 by 135. Since remainder is not equal to 0, you have to divide previous divisor. So here it is 135. Divide 135 by 90. And again here remainder is 45. Again remainder is not 0. Again divide previous divisor. So here previous divisor is 90. Again you have to divide 90 by 45. Now here remainder is 0. In this stage, divisor is 45. That is 45 is the HCF or non-zero remainder. So this is 0 remainder. So previous remainder. So previous remainder is 45. So here 45 is the HCF. We apply Euclid's division algorithm and we can write 225 equal to 135 into 1 plus 90. So 225 can be written as 135 into 1 plus 90. Here remainder is not 0. Again you have to divide 135 by 90. So 135 can be written as 90 into 1 plus 45. So here also remainder is not 0. Again you have to divide 90 by 45. So that is 90 can be written as 45 into 2 plus 0. Here remainder is 0 and here divisor is 45. So therefore HCF is 45. Here remainder is 0 and divisor in this stage is 45. So therefore HCF is 45. So HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. Next problem. Using Euclid's division algorithm, find HCF of 196 and 38,220. Again, here also we divide 38,220 divided by 196. So when we divide 38,220 divided by 96, so we get quotient 195 and remainder is 0. Since remainder is 0, here divisor is 196. So therefore HCF is 196. Now we write Euclid's division algorithm and we can write 38,220 as 196 into 195 plus 0. In this stage, remainder is 0. And divisor is 196. So therefore HCF of 196 and 38,220 is 196. So therefore HCF is 196. The next problem. Using Euclid's division algorithm, find HCF of 867 and 225. Here also we divide 867 by 225. So when we divide 867 by 255, we get 3 quotient. That is 3 into 255 is 765. When we subtract, we get remainder 102. So remainder is not 0. Again continue division. Divide 225 by 102. So that is 102 into 2 is 204. Again subtract this. 255 minus 204 is 51. Again here remainder is 51. It is not equal to 0. Again divide. Divide 102 by 51. 51 into 2 is 102. Here remainder is 0. At this stage remainder is 0 and divisor is 51. So therefore HCF is 51. So we write Euclid's division algorithm and here we write 867 equal to 255 into 3 plus 102. So here remainder is 102. Since remainder is not 0, again continue. That is divide 255. So here we can write 255 equal to 102 into 2 plus 51. Now again here remainder is not 0. Again divide 102. So we can write 102 as 51 into 2 plus 0. Now here remainder is 0 and divisor is 51. Therefore HCF of 867 and 255 is 51. So HCF is 51 here. The next problem, use Euclid's algorithm to find HCF of 4052 and 12576. Here also directly we use division algorithm. So we can write 12567 as 4052 into 3 plus 420. It is 12,576 equal to 4052 into 3 and remainder is 420. Since remainder is not 0, again divide 4052 by 420 and we can write 4052 equal to 420 into 9 plus 272. Now here also remainder is not 0. Again continue, divide 420 by 272. So therefore 420 can be written as 272 into 1 plus 148. Now here also remainder is not 0. Again divide 272 by 148 and we can write 272 equal to 148 into 1 plus 124. Now here also remainder is not 0. Again continue division, divide 148 by 124. So we can write 148 equal to 124 into 1 plus 24. Again here also remainder is not 0. Again continue, divide 124 by 24. So we can write 124 equal to 24 into 5 plus 4. Now here also remainder is not 0. Again divide 24 by 4. And we can write 24 equal to 4 into 6 plus 0. Now here remainder is 0. So here remainder is 0 and divisor at this stage is 4. Now here divisor is 4. So therefore HCF of 12,576 and 4,052 is 4. So here HCF is 4. The next problem, an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? Now here we have to find common number of columns. So it is HCF of 616 and 32. Here also we find HCF of 616 and 32 using Euclid's division algorithm. Now here the number of columns, that is HCF of 616 and 32. We use Euclid's algorithm to find HCF. Now we write 616 equal to 32 into 19 plus 8. 616 equal to 32 into 19 plus 8. Now here remainder is not 0. So again divide. Again divide 32 by 8. So we can write 32 equal to 8 into 4 plus 0. And here remainder is 0 and divisor is 8. So therefore HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. So therefore HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. And therefore the maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. Therefore number of columns is 8 here. Next question, a sweet seller has 420 kaju burfis and 130 badam burfis. You want to stack them in such a way that each stack has same number and they take up least area in the tray. What is the number of that can be placed in each stack for this purpose? Here also required number is HCF of 420 and 130. We find HCF of 420 and 130. So here number of burfis in each stack is HCF of 420 and 130. So we find HCF using Euclid's algorithm. Now first we write 420 equal to 130 into 3 plus 30. That is we divide 420 by 130. So that is 420 converted as 130 into 3 plus 30. Now here remainder is not 0. So again we have to divide 130 by 30. And we can write 130 equal to 30 into 4 plus 10. So it is 130 equal to 30 into 4 plus 10. Again here remainder is not 0. Again divide 30 by 10. So we can write 30 equal to 10 into 3 plus 0. In this case, remainder is 0 and divisor is 10. Therefore, HCF of 420 and 130 is 10. So, therefore, number of burfis in each stack is 10. The next question, show that every positive even integer is of the form 2q and that every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1, where q is some integer. You have to prove that every even integer is of the form 2q and odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1. Now, to prove this, we take a as any positive integer and b equal to 2. Now, by Euclid's algorithm, a can be written as 2q plus r, where q is quotient and r is remainder. And here r should be greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2. Since 2 is divisor, r should be less than divisor. Now, here we have two chances, r may be equal to 0 or r equal to 1. So r is not equal to 2, r is less than 2 means r equal to 0 or r equal to 1. Suppose if r equal to 0, then we can write a equal to 2q plus 0, that is a equal to 2q. If r equal to 0, then we get a equal to 2q. If r equal to 1, then we get a equal to 2q plus 1. If r equal to 1, then we get a equal to 2q plus 1. So therefore, a can be written as 2q or 2q plus 1. If a equal to 2q, so 2q means it is multiple of 2, so therefore it is even number. And also a positive integer can either even or odd. Any integer, it should be even or odd only. Now here 2q is even and remaining is 2q plus 1. So remaining numbers should be odd numbers. So therefore here odd numbers, it should be of the form 2q plus 1. So even number is 2q and odd number is of the form 2q plus 1. So next question, show that any positive odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, where q is some integer. Now here we have to prove odd integer, it is of the form 4q plus 1 or it is 4q plus 3. Now here we take a is any positive odd integer. We take a is any odd integer and we take b equal to 4. So then a can be written as 4q plus r. So by using division algorithm, we can write a equal to 4q plus r. Now here r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4. So here divisor is 4. So therefore remainder should be less than 4 or greater than or equal to 0. Here we have r equal to 0, 1, 2 or 3. We have 4 chances, that is r equal to 0, 1, 2 or 3. Now first we consider r equal to 0. If r equal to 0, then a equal to 4q plus 0, that is 4q. If r equal to 1, then a equal to 4q plus 1. If r equal to 2, then a equal to 4q plus 2. If r equal to 3, then a can be written as 4q plus 3. These are 4 chances, that is a equal to 4q or a equal to 4q plus 1 or a equal to 4q plus 2 or a equal to 4q plus 3. Now here we are taking a is odd. So here we are taking a is odd. Therefore a cannot be of the form 4q. So since 4q can be written as 2 into 2q, which is even, And 4q plus 2 can be written as 2 into 2q plus 1. Here 2 is common and take 2 outside and we can write it as 2 into 2q plus 1. Here 4q and 4q plus 2 are divisible by 2. So 4q is 2 into 2q and 4q plus 2 is 2 into 2q plus 1. These are divisible by 2. So hence they are even. So these two numbers are even. Now here we are considering A is odd. Therefore A should be of the form 4q plus 1 or it is of the form 4q plus 3. So therefore any odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Next problem, show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Now here also you have to prove that odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Now we take A is any positive odd integer and B equal to 6. Here we use Euclid's division algorithm and we can write A equal to 6q plus r. So here divisor is 6. So therefore we can write A equal to 6q plus r, where r is greater or equal to 0, less than 6. If r equal to 0, then we can write A equal to 6q plus 0, that is 6q. And 6q can be written as 2 into 3q. And 2 into 3q, which is multiple of 2, which is even. Therefore here 6q is even. So next it is r equal to 1. If r equal to 1, we can write A equal to 6q plus 1. So here A equal to 6q plus 1 and it can be written as 2 into 3q plus 1. Now 2 into 3q is even. Even plus 1 is odd. So therefore this number is odd number. So next if r equal to 2. If r equal to 2, then A equal to 6q plus 2. And here we can take 2 common outside and we can write 2 into 2q plus 1, which is a multiple of 2, which is even. Here 2 into 3q plus 1 is even. Therefore 6q plus 2 is even number. So next it is r equal to 3, then A equal to 6q plus 3. Now 6q plus 3 can be written as 6q plus 2 plus 1. So here 3 can be written as 2 plus 1 and take 2 common outside and we can write 2 into 3q plus 1 plus 1. And this number 2 into 3q plus 1 is even plus 1 is odd number. So therefore this is again odd number. So next it is r equal to 4. If r equal to 4, then A equal to 6q plus 4. Here 2 is common and we can write 2 into 3q plus 2. Again this is even number. So 2 into 3q plus 2 is even number. So next it is r equal to 5. When r equal to 5, A equal to 6q plus 5. Here 5 can be written as 4 plus 1. So write 5 as 4 plus 1 and take 2 common outside. And we can write 2 into 3q plus 2 plus 1, which is odd number. So this is even number. Even number plus 1 is odd number. Therefore here odd number, it is of the form A equal to 6q plus 1 or it is 6q plus 3 or it is 6q plus 5. Therefore any odd integers is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. So next question, use Euclid's division lemma to show that square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Here we have to prove square of any number is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Now first we take A is any integer and B equal to 3 and we can write A equal to 3q plus r. So here divisor is 3, so therefore we can write A equal to 3q plus r and here remainder should be greater than or equal to 0 or less than 3 here. So when r equal to 0, we get A equal to 3q. Square this. When we square, we get A square equal to 3q whole square and 3q whole square is 9q square. And 9q square can be written as 3 into 3q square. Here take 3 common outside and we can write 3 into 3q square. Now write this as 3 into m, where m equal to 3q square. So next it is r equal to 1. When r equal to 1, we can write A equal to 3q plus 1. A equal to 3q plus 1, square this, we get A square equal to 3q plus 1 whole square and it is of the form A plus B whole square. And here we have to use A plus B whole square formula. It is A square plus 2ab plus B square. So it is 3q plus 1 whole square is 3q whole square. It is 9q square plus 2ab. 2 into 3q into 1 is 6q. And again 1 square is 1. So it is of the form A plus B whole square and you have to write A square plus 2ab plus B square. In first two numbers, take 3 common outside. We can write 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. So here 3 is common and we can write 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. And we take 3q square plus 2q equal to m here. And here we write 3m plus 1 where m equal to 3q square plus 2q. Here we can write A square equal to 3m plus 1. So next it is r equal to 2. When r equal to 2, A equal to 3q plus 2, square this and we get A square equal to 3q plus 2 whole square. Now here also you have to use A plus B whole square formula. 3q plus 2 whole square is 9q square plus 12q plus 4. 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. So write 4 as 3 plus 1 and take 3 common outside from these 3 numbers. We can write 3 into 3q square plus 4q plus 1, right? Plus 1 as it is. Then we take 3q square plus 4q plus 1 as m and we write A square equal to 3m plus 1. Where m equal to 3q square plus 4m plus 1. So therefore A square is of the form 3m plus 1. So therefore, square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or it is 3m plus 1. So here we have a square equal to 3m, and here we have a square equal to 3m plus 1. Here also we have a square equal to 3m plus 1. Therefore, square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So next question. Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Here also you have to use Euclid's division lemma to prove this. Now here we take a is any positive integer and b equal to 3. So we take b equal to 3 here, and we can write a equal to 3 cube or a equal to 3 cube plus 1 or a equal to 3 cube plus 2. The remainder should be less than 3 and greater than or equal to 0. So therefore remainder is 0, 1 or 2 only. So therefore we can write a equal to 3 cube plus 1 or 3 cube plus 2. Now here we have to find cube of any positive integer. So cube all these numbers. Now first 3q whole cube. 3q whole cube is 27q cube, and it can be written as 9 into 3q cube, and it can be written as 9 into m, where m equal to 3q cube. So next it is 3 cube plus 1 whole cube, and it's of the form a plus b whole cube, and we have formula a plus b whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, and here 3q plus 1 whole cube is 3q cube plus 3 into 3q whole square into 1, so that is 3 into 3q whole square plus 3 into 3q into 1 square, that is 3 into 3 cube plus 1 cube. 1 cube is 1 only. So since here b value is 1, we get like this. When we simplify this, we get 27q cube plus 27q square plus 9 cube plus 1. And here we can take 9 common outside, and we can write 9 into 3q cube plus 3q square plus q plus 1. And again it is of the form 9 into m plus 1. Again it is of the form 9m plus 1, where m equal to 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. So next we take 3q plus 2 whole cube. 3q plus 2 whole cube is 3q whole cube plus 3 into 3q whole square into 2 plus 3 into 3q into 2 square plus 8. Again it is a plus b whole cube. A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. When we simplify this, we get 27q cube plus 3 into 9 into 2. So it is 54q square plus 3 into 3 into 4. It is 36p plus 8. And here we take 9 common outside, and we can write it as 9 into 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q plus 8. Now here it is of the form 9m plus 8, where m equal to 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q. Therefore, here we can write 3q plus 2 whole cube as 9m plus 8 form. So therefore, cube of any positive integer, it is of the form 9m, or here it is 9m plus 1, or here it is 9m plus 8. So therefore, cube of any positive integer, it is of the form 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. That's all in this video. I will continue this chapter explanation in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel for more video notification. Subscribe my YouTube channel, Akriti Mathematics Classes. Thank you once again.